A donkey walked up to a tiger one morning with fire in his eyes, not curiosity, not a question, fire. He looked the tiger dead in the eyes and said, "The grass is blue." The tiger looked at the grass, looked back at the donkey, and made the worst decision of his life. He responded. He kept his voice calm at first. He pointed at the grass beneath their feet. Green. The canopy above. Green. The riverbank, the hillside, the jungle floor stretching in every direction. All of it. Green. The donkey watched him explain, with a small smile. The kind that isn't really a smile. The kind that means, "I see you trying." Then the donkey got louder. The tiger frowned and got louder too, proud, intelligent, certain of the truth. That was his mistake. The donkey didn't want the truth. He wanted the tiger's energy, and the tiger was giving it to him. Every word, every fact, every frustrated gesture at the obviously green grass. The donkey fed on all of it and kept going. Other animals began to gather. A zebra stopped to watch. 2 monkeys sat in a tree above. An elephant stood at the edge of the clearing, saying nothing. The tiger felt their eyes. He was right. Everyone watching knew he was right, but somehow he was losing. The crowd wasn't siding with the donkey because they believed him. They were siding with him because he was louder, because agreeing with the noise was easier than standing in it. The tiger looked at the zebra. The zebra looked away. The tiger looked at the elephant. The elephant said nothing. Being right had never felt so lonely, so the tiger took it to the lion, the king of the jungle, the one whose word was final. Surely here, truth would win. He walked to the lion's ground with the donkey beside him, still talking, still performing. The tiger presented his case, the grass, the trees, the evidence, all of it. He was thorough. He was calm. He was right. The lion listened, looked at the donkey, looked at the grass, then looked at the tiger. The grass is blue. The donkey celebrated. The tiger went cold. 3 days of silence. For the tiger, as punishment, the grass is green. Everyone knows this. Why am I being punished? The lion stepped closer, voice low. I know the grass is green. I knew it before you opened your mouth. I punished you because you stood in this jungle burning your energy, burning your dignity, arguing with a donkey who never came here for the truth. He came here to watch you burn, and you burned beautifully. The donkey was not confused about the grass. The donkey was never confused about the grass. Psychologists call this the fool's argument trap. It is not a debate. It is not a disagreement. It is a performance, staged by someone who needs to feel dominant, not someone who needs to find truth. Research shows that high-conflict personalities don't argue to resolve. They argue to destabilize. Every response you give them is fuel. Every fact you present is an invitation to escalate. The argument was never about the grass. It was never about you either. Think about the last argument that left you exhausted. Not hurt, exhausted. The kind where you explained yourself perfectly and it made things worse. Where the more truth you brought, the more they twisted it. Where winning felt impossible. Not because you were wrong, but because winning was never the point for them. Maybe it was a family member at dinner, the one who makes a statement just to provoke a reaction. You correct them with facts. They shift the argument. You address the shift, they shift again. An hour later, you're arguing about something completely different, and you don't even remember how you got there. You walk away feeling like you lost, even though you were right about everything. Or maybe it was a colleague at work, the one who challenges every decision you make, not because they have a better idea, but because challenging you makes them feel powerful. You defend your reasoning, they escalate. You bring evidence, they go personal. Suddenly you're defending your character instead of your decision. Or maybe it's someone closer, someone whose approval you've spent years trying to earn. You present your choices, your growth, your evidence of trying. They find the one crack and press on it, not to help you fix it, to remind you it exists. These are not arguments. These are traps disguised as conversations, and the moment you step in, you have already lost something. Not the argument, your energy, your peace, your time. So why do we keep engaging? Because we were taught that truth wins, that if you explain clearly enough, patiently enough, logically enough, people will come around. That silence means surrender, that walking away means you were wrong. But that is a rule built for people who argue in good faith. The fool's argument trap only works on people who care about being understood. And caring about being understood is not a weakness. It is one of the most human things there is. The problem is, not everyone deserves that part of you. The lion didn't punish the tiger for being wrong. He punished him for being right in the wrong place. There are 3 things to understand once you see this pattern. First, not every argument is a conversation. Some are auditions for your reaction. When someone is performing conflict, your silence is not a concession. It is a refusal to be cast in their show. Second, the fool doesn't feel your facts. They feel your frustration. Every time you get emotional trying to prove a point, you give them exactly what they came for. Stay cold, stay clear, stay quiet. Third, your energy is the prize. The argument was never about the grass. It was about getting you to spend yourself on something that costs them nothing. Protect what you spend yourself on. The tiger served 3 days of silence. When he emerged, he never argued with the donkey again. Not because he stopped knowing the grass was green, but because he finally understood something more important than being right. Some mouths are not looking for truth. They are looking for fire. And you, intelligent, certain, capable of proof, you are the most dangerous thing they can find, because you will burn yourself trying to convince someone who came to watch you burn. The grass is green, you know it. That is enough. Not every truth needs a witness.